Welcome to another episode of Pint Time with Backpacker Mike. We'll be trying this Sweetwater Brewing Company's Golden Coastal Pineapple IPA. Comes in at 6.1% on the Richter scale, or the ABV alcohol by volume. I'm also going to be covering episode 221 on the longer versions on Instagram and Facebook of hidden natural wonders in the United States. And the first one I want to cover with you is this travel video I shot while visiting the Ruby Falls in Tennessee, just north of Chattanooga, Tennessee. An amazing experience. You can see it here on the video behind me as I talk about it, but it's found in the 2,388 foot high Lookout Mountain in Ruby Falls, and it's the U.S.'s tallest and deepest underground waterfall open to the public. That's right. You get off the elevator here and you go through this, sort of chorus of cave channels, so to speak, and it opens up into pretty wide areas, and then eventually you make your way to the waterfall. The 145 foot cascading waterfall was discovered way back in 1928, 1 year after my dad was born in 1927. And also has amazing views of the Tennessee Valley. So before you get into this elevator, you go into the place where you get your tickets and everything, and it's at the top of Lookout Mountain, and you can see all of the Tennessee Valley. They have viewpoints there that you can go check out, and it's just a truly amazing experience. So if you find yourself in Tennessee near Chattanooga, Ruby Falls, etc., by all means, go check out Ruby Falls. They actually commented on this video that I posted and, said it was a great video. Appreciate you coming to visit and all that type of stuff. The tour guide here she was super cool. She was even in my video later on towards the end. And I told her, who I was and traveling and all that stuff. She's asking everybody, like, what do you do? Who are you? Where are you from? That type of stuff. So really cool experience there in Ruby Falls. So if you want, go ahead and check out this video. If you just click at the link at the top where it says YouTube, you can go to YouTube and then you can search and find my Ruby Falls video here about going there, so you can kind of see what it's like. The next thing I wanted to cover with you is another place that I've been to since I'm based out of Florida here in Central Florida. That is Crystal River National Wildlife Refuge here in Florida. I've actually been there twice, and I swam with the manatees twice. And this area encompasses 20 islands in and around what's called Kings Bay. This is all part of sort of the stalagmites and all that stuff, crystal formations and things. The 80-acre collection of springs pumps out more than 600 million gallons of fresh water every day here in Florida. And so if you guys are wondering, like, where we get all of our water from in Florida, most of it is from the springs and from the Everglades. Everything that springs up from the north of Florida, for lack of a better term, springs up in the north of Florida, flows south and into the Everglades. So we get most of our water from natural springs here in Florida. So this is, however, in Crystal River and the Three Daughters Springs, you will find the protected West Indian manatee. And the manatees like to come here during the winter time into the springs because it maintains relatively a 72-degree temperature all winter long. Unlike the ocean, sometimes it gets a lot colder. And manatees need to maintain a certain temperature within their bodies so that they don't die. And so by doing so and coming into the rivers, that's how they basically survive the winter, and they're there all winter long. So if you go to Crystal River, Three Sister Springs, and you want to come between, we'll say, December and early March. Early March, you might catch a few there. A lot of them are there in January and February. That's when I've gone both times, and there's been a lot of, like a ton of manatees, like hundreds of manatees there. Now, you got to make sure that you follow the rules and regulations, though. You can only touch a manatee with one hand. You can't pursue it. If it comes towards you to be petted, etc., then you can pet it. You can't swim over a sleeping manatee because the manatees subconsciously come up to the top to let their air out and then take another breath, and then they sink back down to the bottom to sleep because they sleep at the bottom of the rivers, etc. And so if you're above a manatee, sleeping manatee, and it starts to come up and you don't get out of its way and it bumps you, it could then panic and open its nostrils and suck water into its lungs and drown, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure you follow the rules and regulations while you're on one of those trips. Otherwise, you could find yourself in some serious trouble. So, but there you go. Yeah, swim with the manatees in Crystal River. An amazing experience. All right, guys, let's give this Sweetwater Brewing Company's Going Coastal Pineapple IPA a try here. All right, cheers, prost, sláinte, and skål for my Nordic friends. You know who you are. The pineapple isn't as prevalent as I thought it was going to be. Like, it's not, I mean, it's there, but ever so subtly on the back end. It has a bit of a florally kind of IPA flavor to it. Not so much like zesty, like, say, grapefruit or orange zest. And not so much piney, so it's more florally. And you do get some of the pineapple that comes in at the end. Let me do a hard pour for you now. These cans are can conditioned, so you don't really want to like hard pour them, but still, it's got a beautiful color to it. And on that hard pour, you get more of the floral notes of the hops. But that sweetness of the pineapple, that subtle flavor of the pineapple and the sweetness follows you across the whole palate. With that, and also with the floral hoppiness. So overall, it's pretty decent. I'm gonna give this an 8.5. I'll go at 8.5 again on the Sweetwater Going Coastal Pineapple IPA. And as always, thank you guys so much. So this is the Tennessee Valley right here behind me that I was talking about earlier. And as always, peace, love, and let's continue to experience this beautiful world together. I'll see you guys next time on Pint Time with Backpacker Mike. Yeah, appreciate it.